Hi guys, my name is Meads. This is going to be a review for Figma Samus Aran Zero Suit version. This is one of those anticipated release since we got the Samus Figma right here. They have to make this, and they finally did. And here we go. I got mine from Amiami, and right off the box, here we see on the window, seems like we're getting an alternate face with an alternate hairdo, a pistol here, and I think that might be the helmet. Yep. She does look nice from here. Got that metallic suit onto the side here, quite nice. On the back, got a lot of different details there, as well as like a height comparison between the two. I'm kind of surprised they didn't go with a DX or kind of like a GSC bonus. They could have added one of those Metroids. Yeah, like a really small scale. They could have. Quite interesting. Anyways, that's pretty much it for the box. Let's take a look inside. Alright, so here we go. I can't recall if I did this in the introduction, but this is going to be a blind review, meaning I know little or none at all about the character. Other than she's awesome. Now, my only exposure with Samus is playing Super Smash Brothers. I think a lot of people did. I haven't played the Metroid series. I've seen gameplays of it. It's a cool platformer where you do roll around also. But just that, it's not something I played with. But nonetheless, I like the character design. It looks great, hence why I got it. Alright, so here we go. And the first thing that kind of intrigued me is, does she actually fit in that suit? Well, in terms of the Figma design, does she actually matches there? And in terms of height, obviously the suit will be taller, but when you kind of superimpose it on top, looking at the hip line here, it does match somewhat, and as well as, well, the shoulder, well, kind of odd for the shoulder. I mean, it's gonna be like this. I know it's an odd thing to do, but her shoulder seems to be stretched out a little bit more if this is the center. So yeah, obviously it's a fictional game, and it's gonna be a little different from the actual suit, but a little here and there. But going down to the waist, it kind of does make sense with the knee aligning the hip, more or less. Actually, it kind of looks like it got stretched. It's like it's a little bit more stretched. But yeah, I guess it's possible or plausible as. Yeah. Well, anyways, just a little interesting things. She does have quite a bit of details. Let me just put the Armored Samus here on the back side here. That looks nice. It looks like it's glowing. I like that. There's also another patch here on her forearm and some on her chest. Quite nice. So let's do a little bit of a zoom in on that. Alright, so here we go on her face, and she has a mole on her left, just below her lower lip, and that is cool. And that's the design on her chest. Really nice detail. You get that metallic blue, really cool. They did use this particular shade of blue for the elbow joints and as well as the ankle, and it works quite well. I like that. Now for the knee here, it's the darker shade of blue, which works out fine on the back. Really nice sculpt. I like it. Really nice. Now there is an alternate head right here. And likewise, there is a mole on the lower lip. I'm not sure if you can see that, but there is. This one has an earpiece. And this seems to be when she cut her hair or something of that sort. Interesting. So there's only two faces. Either this, and we can swap it out with the other one. With this one. There we go. And yeah, you can swap out the faces as well, which with each other. So you just remove this front part here, and there goes the hairpiece. But that's that. I think this one, it's right in the half right here. You can kind of see the seam line. You just pop that out. So yeah, that's really nice. Yeah, you got two hairstyle that we can choose from. I kind of like the one with the ponytail, so we'll swap it back there. And just mind the little hair here on the side here. Yep. And you got a ball joint on to the hair here. You know, move it around. Yeah, quite nice. Right, so let's go over the articulation of the rest of the body. Alright, so for articulation, for the neck, it's only on the base of the head. There's none on here, which is a good thing because sometimes it's a bit unsightly having that extra joint there. It doesn't really do much. So having a solid mold around that neck area is a nice thing. So I don't mind that. Even though he's kind of hunched a little over, I think that's fine. Then you have the shoulder here. And you can move this out. It's a typical Figma joint. Well, not quite 90 degree, but good enough. And it's one of those telescoping one. You can kind of pull it, just you hear that click, and that kind of gives you a bit more range of articulation. I don't think she can, well, almost, yeah. I think she can reach her other shoulder, which is a good thing. And you get your elbow articulation here, quite nice. It's not too bad. I like it. And you got your Figma wrist joint here. As always, you're gonna get a spare just in case it breaks. I haven't had issues with those yet. So you get a telescoping shoulder. Moving down, you have the torso articulation here, which is quite nice. I believe it's a ball joint there. Now for the legs, there is kind of the same thing. You can pull the whole leg down. So I think I already pulled it down. So let me push it up. So this is kind of like the lock position. Then you kind of just hold on. I would just hold both of it, then kind of pull down. There we go. And someone mentioned on my previous video with the Kotobukiya kits. Yeah, I'm just waiting for this helicopter to pass by. Any minute now. Alright, where was I? Alright, so let's see here. Yeah, it's like the Koto kit that I just reviewed, the Megumi device. People are kind of concerned about that T waist area. This is kind of like the same thing here. But yeah, when you pull it down, just do it at the same time. And I think that's pretty much, I think I already pulled it. But this can go up like this much. Same thing here. Just be careful not to kind of do it too much. Otherwise, you might end up scraping the nice metallic blue paint. And you can have her sit down like this. There we go. Or have her on that running pose. I keep saying post. Running pose. There we go. Or have her kick. Let's do some rider kick. So yeah, quite nice. You got a lot of articulation there. And again, just kind of push it back here. Probably do it at the same time. So for the butt pose, you know, it's quite nice. Now there is this holster here for the gun. You do have this handle here, which goes in. Then otherwise, there's a separate piece for just the pistol. Which actually, it's probably the better idea, because sometimes trying to put it on the holster kind of damages the paint or whatnot, or it just makes it too bulky. So this idea works well. So that's that. Kind of went over the knee bend. There we go. Not too bad. Then you get your ankle here, and which kind of gives you quite a bit. You have to kind of play around with it to get a certain angle like that. And I think that's it. I mean, she's wearing platform shoes here. There we go. So quite nice. Other than that, let's go over the hands here. We got the the rack here. Let's see. So we have quite a bit. So obviously the one with the marking is her left hand. Yeah, so we have the open hands here. Yeah, one just to hold any kind of maybe a stick or something. This is definitely for the gun. And you have a thumbs up on her right, and another one. This is probably to hold the helmet. So not quite a pair, but you know, we have quite a bit of accessories. So we'll use this one. And here's the pistol right here. Let's see if it'll focus. There we go. Some nice details on that. You get the nice brown handle. We get some got like silver and gunmetal in between. Really nice gun. Putting this on is a little bit tricky. You kind of want to just get the fingers in position, but I still find it a little troublesome to put on. Yeah. So as you can see, I just kind of push it in. At first, these three fingers here are kind of curled up a little bit more. You might have to use either toothpick or something soft to kind of pry them out. And there you go. I've already done it that way, or that's why it's a lot easier now. Like before, it's a bit troublesome, or the first time you're doing it. Now let's pop out this hand here, and I was hoping that will stay. I just want this hand here to pop out. So let's pop that out. There we go. There goes the handle again, but we actually want the handle to be off since we have the pistol here. And there we go. That's really nice. I like it. Alright, so where was I? I had to something real quick. But we got the pistol here. Sure looks really nice with that. Other than that, let's just quickly swap this with the other head just to see what it looks like with the pistol on. There we go. Yeah, so either way, she looks really nice with that. Yep. There is a Figma stand as always, along with the other connector parts. You know, this thing right here, specs on the back, right there. Let's see what else. Oh, last but not least, we have the helmet, which I have here. So for this one, we're gonna swap out that particular hand. There we go. I believe it's this one right here. And all right. And now we're just gonna have her in that position. This is just gonna cling on to the side. Well, see if I can get this right here. Keeps sliding off. There we go. And we have the helmet there. Now the helmet is actually quite hollow. There is no means to put this on here without doing some modifications or cheating a little bit, which we'll do. So what I figured out, you take this out, you grab your helmet, because when you put it on, it's too low. There's no neck part or any peg connections that you can do. But what you can do is fill it up with blue tack. The very useful blue tack. So you just maybe put a little bit. Maybe that's a little too much though. Yeah, well let's cut this in half. See if this works first. I mean, you can always retrieve that. There we go. And just gonna squish that in, and there you go. You got the helmet. That's probably the easiest way to put the helmet on using blue tack. Otherwise, yeah, you can mess around the inside part of the helmet, putting a peg there, but yeah, that's a lot more work. I mean, we're just gonna put it on temporarily, and there you go. And I think that's pretty much it for the review. Overall, I really like this figure. Has some nice details. The paint job is quite nice with that metallic blue. And overall, it's just a nice figure. You know, despite not having much accessories, we're just getting the pistol and the helmet. I wish the helmet would actually go in, but we didn't get that option. But even without that, we can easily just use the blue tack as I demonstrated. But yeah, overall, nicely done figure, and highly recommend getting it, especially if you're a big fan of Samus. Anyways, that's about it for this review. If you got questions, let me know. Otherwise, that's about it. So until then, this is Meads. Thanks for watching.